us about today. Why are we here?
Today was a rededication of the Katrina Trask Gateway. This was in memory of Katrina Trask, who had been a wonderful woman to our community and really wanted to support women and artists in the community. And she passed away and of pneumonia, and they wanted admire her longtime friend George Foster Peabody wanted to leave a memorial in her honor, and this is those stairs. It sort of was to complement the gateway, the memorial for Spencer Trask that we have on the other side of the park with the Spirit of Life sculpture. There were a lot of improvements made at that time by Charles Levitt Jr., who was a landscape architect, and so this was just one more aspect of this. The stairs replaced a rickety set of wooden stairs that came from what was called the Katrina Trask House, which was where women gathered and did social activities, and so it was meant to replace that, and it was built by the Ritchie brothers, and it's just a lovely sort of testament to her contributions into to the community.
And so visitors to the park can come and visit in the winter and the summer?
Yeah, unless they're icy stairs,
the gate will be open.
The gate will be open unless it's icy, but otherwise, yes, it's here for everybody to enjoy, and it's already a place where people gather to take wedding photographs and other important photographs. I'm sure it will even become more so now after this dedication.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Saratoga Springs Preservation Foundation. It is a true honor to be here today for the rededication of the Katrina Trask Gateway, exactly 97 years later to the day, November 15th. The foundation worked in partnership with the city of Saratoga Springs nearly 5 years ago to restore the Spirit of Life in the Spencer Trask Memorial. So it's particularly exciting to see the city of Saratoga Springs, under the leadership of Commissioner of Public Works, Skip Scirocco, continue its commitment to restoring Congress Park. The Saratoga Springs Preservation Foundation recognizes and thanks the city for undertaking this important project. George Foster Peabody described the Katrina Trask Gateway as a gift from the men and women of Yaddo, meaning the Yaddo staff, to the city. William Ryle, who in 1922 had worked at Yaddo as a gardener and rosarian for 40 years, was chosen for a special role in the dedication. As the procession arrived at the gate, John R. Ritchie of Ritchie Brothers Builders, who built the gateway, presented to Mr. Ryle a sterling silver key and a medallion. With the key, Mr. Ryle unlocked and then opened the gates. In today's ceremony, Brad Ritchie, a descendant of Robert R. Ritchie of Ritchie Brothers Builders, will hand a key to Mary Ellen Ryle, descendant of William Ryle, who will unlock and then open the gate. Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming this evening. Katrina Trask is an important part of Saratoga Springs history. Many of you know her everlasting contribution to the city through the Yaddos artist community. A beautiful and special property we are lucky to have in our community. She was a patron of Saratoga Springs, and her past contributions have supported our success today. This gateway is an example of how Katrina has left an important mark here in Congress Park. The men and women of the Yaddo estate donated this gateway in Katrina's memory on this date in 1922. It was accepted by Mayor James McNulty, who stated, "Katrina Trask was herself in the vanguard of all movements that promised betterment of the world and the beautifying and enrichment of human life." Those words describe the high regard many in the community held Katrina Trask. Today, 97 years following the initial dedication, and on the behalf of the people of the city of Saratoga Springs, I am honored to accept the rededication of this gateway following a significant renovation project by the Department of Public Works. The completion of the gateway project reignites the interest in beautifying this portion of Congress Park for residents and visitors to enjoy. Before I finish today, I would like to acknowledge a special guest who is here with us on this cold November day. Native Saratogian Zoe Gask Flanagan, age 103, joins today's gateway rededication. Ms. Flanagan was 6 years old, living with her family at 72 Washington Street when the gateway was built. Welcome and thank you for joining us today, and please give Zoe a nice round of applause. Thank you all for coming out, and I'll turn it over now to Commissioner Scirocco. Or maybe not.
Good afternoon, everyone. His Eminence, the Archbishop Germanus of Baalbek, Syria, was a great friend and supporter of Katrina Trask during her later years. The Archbishop suggested the location for her final resting place at Yaddo and named it At-Tell al-Muqaddas. It's Arabic for Holy Hill. He assisted at her burial on January 11 in 1922, and he pronounced a benediction in Arabic at the gateway dedication. It's truly a pleasure to be with you today. My name is Joseph Jacob, and my wife, Rana Vitar, and I are originally from Syria. We have been living in the capital district for about 20 years, and Saratoga has been a family destination for us. My son and daughter enjoyed the stroll around town when they were babies, and later they played many roles at the Saratoga Children's Theater, and I believe the mayor would remember those days. A couple of years ago, I chose Saratoga for my brothers, George and Samir Jacob, with their families, who fled the war in Syria. They opened Regal Bosshart, and they've been part of the community, and probably many of you know about them. Katrina Trask addressed the concept of war in several of her books and poems, and she was a great activist in the peace movement. Our family endured tremendous pain from the war back home in Syria. My son, Jacob, a senior at NYU Tisch Filming School, made a documentary about the Syrian refugees who fled to Germany. It's called I Am Syria. It's available on Amazon. It was premiered at the Proctor's Theater in 2017. My wife, Rana Vitar, is a physician and a poet writer who recently published a poetry book about the war in Syria, A Loaf of Bread. She had a signing event at the Northshire bookstore in Saratoga, and she'll be at the Cafe Lena later in February. Today, I want to share with you one of her poems, originally written in Arabic and also translated by her into English. It is in celebration of this wonderful event. I will read in Arabic first, if I find it. بقعة ظلي في كل مكان أسري يوقع ظلي بقعة عشق تغني لكني أمضي يرددني لحنها شوقا حينا عذبا يحيي وحينا عذابا يدمي لكني أمضي يا ظلالي في أنحاء الأرض تجول كيف تهدأ من هدرها السيول تكفر بخصب التراب أو له تصلي لكنها تعشق وتمضي. As part of my shadow, every place I pass, my shadow stands. Melodies of love, but I go on. Those tunes recite my longing. At times, they're soothing, they revive. At other times, they're punishing, they torture. Either way, I go on. O my wandering shadows around earth, how do torrents soothe their rumbles? They could condemn the fertility of the soil, or they could pray for it. Either way, they love and they go on. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you all hear me down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, now, thank you.
My name is Scirocco. I'm the Commissioner of Public Works in the city, and my department was in charge of this project. And there's no higher responsibility for the Commissioner of Public Works than to protect and preserve our city's historic landmarks. Maintaining Congress Park and ensuring that it continues to be beautiful and a special place for our residents is of absolute importance. It is our job to preserve these places for future generations to enjoy. This renovation of the Katrina Trask Gateway is an example of this responsibility. When I was reviewing the projects in Congress Park, it became very apparent that this gateway needed work. It had been nearly 3 decades since any renovation, and the treads and stairs were showing significant signs of wear and tear. These observations were confirmed by a conservation report completed by the LA Group. In 2018, DPW was able to get this project funded and approved as part of the capital budget at a cost of $450,000. DPW designed the restoration in-house and supervised the construction work conducted by GAM Contracting. The contractor work included demolition of the original concrete steps, shoring of the stone walls, new French drains, a new concrete base, precast treads and landings, and the restoration of the original precast stone coping and gate posts. An added challenge to this project for the contractors is the high water table in Congress Park that creates difficult drainage conditions. And I just want to bring your attention to the different poster boards on both sides of the stairways here. They kind of showed the project as we moved through the different phases. Every step of the project was completed with respect to the memorial, its history, and honoring the memory of Katrina Trask. The work was careful and thoughtful to ensure that the memorial would last generations. We even went so far as to utilize granite replacement stones from the original Scirocco River quarry that was used to build the gateway, and I think some of those people are here today. I've spent some time researching Katrina Trask, and I found it fascinating how much she appreciated artists, craftsmanship, and working men and women. I think the adoration was mutual, as evident that this gateway was dedicated by the workers of the Yaddo estate. So at this rededication, I think it's important to acknowledge the talents of our contractor, but also the craftsmanship of our own DPW workforce that contributed to this project. Specifically, Public Works employees provided some essential finishing touches: the restoration of the original iron gate and the custom fabrication of the missing parts of the iron fence, the creation of the molds of the fleur-de-lis, finals on the gate posts and their replacements. The beautiful new landscaping has brought new life to this section of Congress Park, and the relocation of the stone dust path to its original 1922 location. I'm proud to say that Saratoga Springs has an exceptional DPW workforce that can provide a level of craftsmanship that is the landmark, hallmark of our city. I think that Katrina Trask would have been impressed too. It was written that the aspiring towers of the gateway would express to future generations as well as the present generation something of the vision and ideals of Katrina Trask. I think today at this dedication, we can reflect with pride how we have restored this landmark, not only to protect the memorial as it was intended, but also how we as a community continue to strive toward living the vision and the ideals of Katrina Trask. Saratoga Springs is a rare and special place where we support one another in prosperity and through tough times, and where we must hold ourselves to a higher standard because our history is written with names like Katrina Trask and Spencer Trask and others, honorable people who not only set the bar high, but also open the gates to help lead others into a richer, fuller life. I want to thank everyone who participated in this project and everyone here today who celebrated this important rededication. Thank you.
But see, behold, from the awakened east where shines the splendor of the morning star, where spreads the effulgence of the coming dawn, which heralds the glad birth of a new day. A valiant company is moving on. An army, quiet, unregarded, small, devoid of flaming arms and armaments, but terrible with banners, strong in soul. Brave men and women with their hearts aflame to dare, to do, to help, and to endure. Their wind-swept garments smell of fragrant flowers and spicy odors of woodland pines. No stench of blood is flaunted from the folds. How beautiful their onward pathway shines. The yellow corn springs high. The golden grain waves promise on 1,000 fruitful hills. Great cities rise, enduring works increase. Glad homes are crowned with comfort and with care. And brooding science finds new secrets out. The glory of accomplishment is theirs. The mission of the mighty enterprise to conquer nature and to master art, the secret of eternal harmony, the reconciliation of the world. Lo, we are the army of life. We are clothed in the strength of the sun. We are marching to conquer strife. We carry nor saber, nor gun, but bright blossoms immortal shall spring in the way that our feet have trod. A guerdon of giving we bring, goodwill unto all men from God.
I'll have another song from the choir. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for coming today. I want to thank all the participants, everybody that worked on this project. It was a great project. Again, today depicts 97 years ago that this was dedicated to the city. And hopefully this project will last another 100 years or more. I guess I know it will because we did a great job on it. It was a labor of love, and and that's why you're all here today. So I appreciate everybody coming. And and right over here on the table there's some coffee if you're cold today. So, but again, thank everybody for coming and have a good day.
I wanted to ask you, so the area that is now the city lakeside waterfront park used to at some point